Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 20. Yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate, what an effort. They'll run it with Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Single.
8 yards on the pickup.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Rodgers now to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The 17-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
11. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check. Let's go, Mike 50.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 83 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, he goes up top. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Just like that. Just like that.
Now Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 47 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
12.
Hey, check.
Hey, Haywood.
Now Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You draw quarters.
Under crunch. Watch the
Hey, wahoo.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
11.
Mike's 50. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Buzz.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards. Garoppolo closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
21.
26-yard line.
Mike's 50.
Garoppolo again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dean Lowry in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Black.
50.
Hey, zoom.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Kill. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 9. Slam.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hey, 80 weapon. 24.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Preston Smith on the tackle.
21. Here we go.
Brings up second and 1.
Let's get it.
At the 14-yard line.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Oh, a nifty juke there. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Rodgers now to throw again. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. But it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Right there. 54.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's airing it out for... And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Hey, gun.
Check.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I got this.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Say.
Hey, gun.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
20.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
11.
2, 942. Let's go.
I got this.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
11.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Bulldozes past him. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
1, Omaha. 61. Match box. Right.
Check 13.
1, Omaha.
They go counter with Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert!
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44.
From the 44, Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54. Watch the slant.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They run again with Breida, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. Here's Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
The pickup there, 5 yards. This is Jones. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 16, Rodgers.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drop.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A full 40 yards that time on third down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dean Lowry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
11.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Room to run past midfield. That'll be complete to Breida. And finally brought down at the 38. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They run with Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
21. Here we go. X3. 218, chop.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 33-yard line.
Mike's 50.
On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo. That is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Don't let him breathe, defense. 21. Here we go.
Check. Shift.
13. Go.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every.
And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw again. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Rodgers. He's got it to Williams. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
Check tight end. Check tight.
Check 30.
54.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now, and this is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 38 yards. And the Packers get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
6.
42, Mike, 42. Hey, man, watch the boot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Switch.
21. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike's 4-2. He don't know no better.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Hey, watch this.
Recon, 132 fighter. 11. Hey, high 7.
42, Mike, 42. Watch the run.
21.
42's Mike. I'm scared.
Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Here we go. Black 80.
3 down. Watch the edge.
Hey, alert.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's a party now.
Now this time he'll look to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. The big fella. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew. The city, as we say so long from Santa Clara.
What a great city it is. We're going to...
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad beat pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Yellow, long right.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here we go. 180!
March 56.
13! 13!
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Watch safety creep. Watch.
Topper! 2! 2!
Check
2!
Slam. Back.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check. Lucky. Under 10.
6. Bullet hot. Black. Bravo.
56.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
West.
1st and 10 at the
21. Here we go. Hey, Orbit.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let him know.
1, Omaha.
You got tape.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chiefs' 22-yard line.
Mike 56.
Now it's Breida. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Here we go. 180. 6.
Chris Jones on the stop. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Come turn it now. Kill.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Mike 56.
White.
Mike 56.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
We talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl, 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards of total offense? Probably not. But give him his due, because now in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns.
Wow.
So on the big stage, the big lights, he produces, and he actually won the battle between undrafted free agent running backs, because his total versus Raheem Mostert, who ran for, I believe, 58 yards and a touchdown for San Francisco, advantage Kansas City, advantage Damian Williams.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it. But the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards there and a first down.
65.
Now a give coming right is Breida. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the screen. Watch the safety creep. 1, Omaha.
This is Breida, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
11.
brings up 3rd and 6.
SOS. 21. Here we go. Hey, alert. Smooth.
54's Mike.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, check 12, 21. Hey, exit.
Breida, he'll try to right side. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
21.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
11.
It's now 3rd and 4.
21.
Slip.
Give running left is Breida. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
It's 4th down.
13.
Right there.
Hey, Echo.
54 Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Mike's 5'4", Mike 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 50 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here Here we go.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Will I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That would give to Breida. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
65.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He's going to launch this thing. Wait. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Let's get there. Kill.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the 2nd half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
11. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
From the 36, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Yo.
Garoppolo on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Haywood.
Tight go. Mike 56.
Now Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
A 7-yard
You draw court.
brings up 2nd and 3
Hey, Wahoo!
at the 46-yard line.
56, right there, 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And going deep for Hill. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 35. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
It's second and inches at the 45-yard line.
53 for Mike. 53.
Check team spare.
He's coming. Double up. Double up.
On the handoff, this is Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 55 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might...
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Here's Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
It's Patchy.
They run. It's Williams. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here we go. Here we go. 180.
Check. Check the backer.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
No problem there on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Hey, Sue! Crash! 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 62 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
The score, Niners 44, Chiefs 14. Robbie Gould to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. On second down, it's Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Bravo!
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
It's caught at the 10. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 66 yards. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Williams will try again. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal.
Check. Attack. Hey, here we go.
Now Mahomes. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the fifth tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On play action, it's Mahomes. Now he'll escape to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
Watch 54. Hey, watch the left.
Hey, gun.
Check three.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, alert! 1, Omaha.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Mike,
Go!
Mike, 54.
Here we go.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
I got you.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle.
Offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.